never know how to start videos. So, Artfight has just released their new rewritten rules, and there's been a bit of an issue because of one of their rules stating that artists are not allowed to use 3D models or pictures they take themselves as bases for their art because it's considered quote-unquote tracing. Now, using 3D models and using live models is a very normal part of the art industry is a very normal part of the art industry. So to gatekeep this from a very calm, simple art game that a lot of people like to play, but also to do this to more beginner artists is really a weird thing. If you didn't know, in animation industry, it's becoming a lot more popular to use 3D models. Examples of this are Devilman Crybaby, Jujutsu Kaisen, the entirety of the Arcane show was 3D models painted over. Yuri on Ice, and even older animations such as Cinderella and Snow White. And Snow White's actually the first full-length cell animated movie. And it used an art form called rotoscoping, which is tracing over the motion of live models or videos of models. So this has been here for a while, and it has been widely accepted because what you're making isn't one for one the original thing. To show a visual example, when you're using a 3D model, it doesn't look like this, it looks like this. You're adding your own artistic touch to it. You are just using the 3D model as a tool, a way to see where the parts go and how certain angles work. Not to mention that a lot of art services actually provide 3D models within their software. So you are not stealing the model. It is provided to you to use as a tool. Not to mention, it is also just really dumb that they're saying that you can't use your own body, like a picture of your own body, that they consider that to be tracing and stealing. It's your own fucking body. Not to mention, that just puts into question where photography even lands on whether or not it's allowed on Artfight. Because technically, I didn't make that tree. Can I take a photo of that tree? The photo's mine, but according to you, it's actually not because I didn't make that tree. It's just a really bad rule overall. So currently they are rewriting these rewritten rules again, specifically that one, because of the outcry of artists. And hopefully it gets completely overturned, because I'm going to be honest, this is putting a lot of people off of Artfight. People who have been a part of Artfight for years and also newcomers, because it's just weird to be kind of so elitist against a really simple art tool. Especially an art tool that helps a lot of people, whether it's just being where to place stuff, or people with disabilities connected to mental or even visual impairment, physical like hand impairment. It can be very, very helpful. And honestly, I don't think as many people will join, and I think a lot more people are probably gonna quit because of this. Kind of myself included. I've been doing Artfight for the past 2 years, and I love it. It is one of my favorite events. But honestly, if this rule continues to stay, I think I might not do it properly this year. My kind of train of thought is if these rules aren't lifted, even though I personally don't use 3D models as references, I just don't feel good about such a simple tool being excluded and kind of being trashed upon. I just don't feel good about that. So honestly, what I might end up doing is I'm going to set up my profile. I'm going to show that I'm active, but I'm not going to post anything to the actual website. Instead, I'll find the artist that I like and then I'll DM them the images. So sadly, I won't be getting any points or recognition besides just the artist that I send it to. But as long as the artist gets the work I sent them, then I'm pretty chill with that. And then I'll probably end up posting speed paints on my channel. Now, if you are a beginner artist or just an artist looking to get into 3D models and you want some general art tips on how to use them so they don't look as funky when you first use them. By the way, they're probably always going to look a little funky when you first use them, just because it's kind of a learning curve. So my suggestion is 1, use a textured pen and also be like looser with your lines. That generally helps the shape feel more like yours and less stiff. Another thing is to don't be afraid to use the liquify tool to exaggerate some either proportions or just like a bend that you want to do. Also, practicing different body types on 3D models can be really helpful because 3D models really kind of only come in 1 or 2 body types. So translating it is difficult, but it probably will help you with your proportions. And then another one that honestly I think I do the most whenever I do use 3D models is that I will draw over the 3D model and then I will take away the 3D model underneath the picture and then I'll lower the opacity of the line art I just did and then I will trace over that line art. So it looks a little different, a little more organic, but you know, it's basically just, I don't know how to explain it. It's gonna look it's gonna look more organic. Also, if you're just generally nervous of the Artfight community, because I can get that sometimes, it can be toxic from a lot of videos I've seen, I would say maybe just don't post your speed paints, which is really sad. Honestly, okay, maybe just post your speed paints to something other than YouTube. Probably like a lesser known one. Like I suggest like Tumblr, I feel like could be a generally good one. The MySpace type websites. I don't know if you can post videos there, but I think that would be good. Those are also very artistic spaces, so I think that could work a lot better if you do want to show off your art. Since I'm not completely giving up Artfight, I'm still going to battle no matter what. I did just want to put out that this year I kind of have a plan. I'm going to attack my usual people that I attack, but this year I really, really want to meet some Homestuck mutuals. So I think I'm going to be attacking a lot of Homestuck artists. And so, wish me luck on that. Happy art fighting to those in the battle. Bye bye!